rioting in our streets, burning down our cities, shooting our representatives. The violence of the far left is escalating every single day, and I'm afraid it will likely only get worse. Hello, this is Dudley Brown, President of the National Association for Gun Rights. Thank you so much for listening to this brief message. With time so short, I'm not going to beat around the bush. I'm counting on you to sign your endorsement of litigation, declaring your support for our upcoming legal battles immediately. While the masked thugs throwing bricks through windows are bad enough, the suited thugs taking a knife to our First Amendment in secret may actually be even more dangerous to our liberty. Those suited thugs, funded by billionaire anti-gun extremist George Soros, and often American taxpayers, are the legal wing of the radical gun grabbers who are working tirelessly to shut down groups like the National Association for Gun Rights with expensive legal battles. We're currently dealing with 3 of these legal assaults in Montana, Colorado, and West Virginia, designed to shut down or shut up your National Association for Gun Rights, especially during elections, when politicians are listening most closely to the interests of gun owners. They know that if they can shut groups like us down, or just shut us up, it will be much easier to pass radical gun control like the assault weapons ban that failed in the Obama era. Just imagine an unaccountable Nancy Pelosi back as Speaker of the House in 2018, or U.S. Senator Elizabeth Warren in the White House in 2020 or 2024. It doesn't matter that your National Association for Gun Rights does nothing wrong or illegal. It doesn't matter that we play by the rules. All while gun grabbers get away scot-free with everything from trying to steal elections through voter fraud to secretly scheming with anti-gun media elites to smear candidates they hate. In lawsuit after lawsuit, the left is demanding that I turn over the names, addresses, and other personal information on every single National Association for Gun Rights supporter. To be clear, I will never comply with any demand to turn over any NAGR supporters' names. I've seen what happens when the radical left decides to get retribution against those who disagree with them. Protecting law-abiding Americans from being thrown on a government list the same way sex offenders are is important. That's why we won't back down on any of these lawsuits. To support our efforts, please sign your endorsement of litigation right away. And after I explain the stakes we're facing right now, I'm hoping you will also make a generous contribution after signing. The truth is, I have a great deal to update you on. Some of it's good and some of it's bad. Our case in West Virginia is beginning to wind down, but it's still hanging out there. It can be fired up at any time, especially since the Democrat Party still controls their governor's office. But at this point, our most dangerous front is in Montana, especially considering the Democrat governor has been a consistent enemy of free speech. The good news in Montana is that our attorneys have turned the tables on them, for now, winning a temporary injunction in federal court against a ridiculous Montana election law. But that temporary injunction is exactly what it sounds like, temporary. The scheme we challenged in Montana gave election officials the power to force virtually anyone who wants to say anything about a politician during an election year to provide a never-ending supply of footnotes, citations, and disclaimers, or face hefty fines. It's clear that these schemes are nothing more than a way to stifle as much political speech as possible with a ball of bureaucratic red tape, so politicians never get called on the carpet for their betrayal of gun owners. Depending on how things play out, this Montana case could end up in the U.S. Supreme Court, and the stakes couldn't be higher for Second Amendment supporters. You see, privacy and liberty are inseparable. Could you imagine what some of the violent George Soros-funded groups could do with the names of every supporter of causes they disagree with? That is why we will challenge these assaults everywhere they come up. For nearly 2.5 years, your National Association for Gun Rights has been embroiled in virtually non-stop legal action. In fact, we recently filed a federal court challenge and are awaiting our suit, showing that Colorado's election laws are brazenly illegal to be heard in district court. The challenges in both Colorado and West Virginia came out of legal assaults waged against us by incensed anti-gun bureaucrats who were furious about the drubbing they received in the 2014 and 2016 elections. And it's clear that the more we succeed in fighting back against the gun grabbers, the more of these legal assaults we will face. That's why we must be ready now. But jumping into this battle without a huge influx of funds could literally bankrupt us. Time is short, and I'm short on cash to fund it. My staff has made up a special endorsement of litigation form to show your support for our legal fight against Soros. Please agree to sign your endorsement immediately. With time so short and the stakes so high, I hope you'll agree to a generous contribution as well. My hope is you'll agree to stretch with a gift of $250 or $100. I know that's a lot, but I expect to have to raise at least $250,000 by the end of this month to truly be ready for a legal battle like this. We don't have billionaire financiers like George Soros or Michael Bloomberg, and quite frankly, that's fine. I'd rather have good folks like you on my side than elitist billionaires. But if contributing that much right now is just out of the question, will you please agree to $50 or at least $25? Your support today would mean the world to me right now. With the gun control crowd already talking about seizing control of both houses of Congress in 2018 and then immediately impeaching the president, the gun grabbers are licking their chops at the thoughts of wiping us off the map. After watching Hillary Clinton go down to defeat in 2016, along with the gun control crowd's dream of effectively wiping the Second Amendment off the books in 2017, their goal is to shut us up and shut us down during election years. And they want to do it permanently. If we do nothing, they could very well succeed. That's why I'm counting on you for your help and asking for your immediate action. So please agree to sign your petition and agree to your most generous contribution of $250, $100, $50, or $25 immediately. Thank you in advance for your action and continued support.